soul. Hey, 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 yeah. Hey, 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 yeah, you are. Oh, yeah. Rabaseke. Someone give your ears, lay down your ears, give your ears, for the words of life. Someone lay down your ears, 99. Oh, oh, oh. Allah is doing it. And you're gonna tell me. Allah will say, give me seed. And let me sit and watch. I wanna watch you, my seven. And know how you are begging my name. Oroseke. Inarabayanto. Inarabayanti. Come on now, Islam. Allah is into sexual activity. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing it. He's doing it. Quran said Allah is doing it. Mama Yantolo. Quran said Allah is into sexual activity. Allah is into sexual activity. Allah is sex promotion. Allah is a child abuser. Allah is sex abuser. Allah is into sex activity. Your Quran says so, and your Quran says so, and your Quran reveals that. Come on now, Islam, come on now, Islam, and stop deceiving yourself.
Greetings to the 12 tribes of Israel, scattered in the four corners of the earth, and to the Gentiles called by the name of Yahuwah. Shalom, family. Much love and much prosperity attend you, for you are the reason of our time like truth, because the time is simply near. Just as we see the days goes by, and so draw nigh the coming of Yahushua HaMashiach. Just as the Malach of Yahuwah saith unto Yehukanai, the Revelator sealed not the prophecies of this book, for the time is near. Exactly what we are doing here, family. Decoding end times prophecies, signs, and dreams in preparing people body house for the return of King Yahushua HaMashiach, our eternal bridegroom, and to whom eternally due all glory, worship, honor, exaltation, praise, orobo shandaraba wealth, inorokos kliba glory, inorodo shantayaba riches, to the glory of his magnificent Father Yahuwah the Almighty, and to the Ruach HaKodesh, the forever pure energy, the very DNA, the very ablaze one, Naribo Santa Baba Yondereko Santa Labo, the true essence of Abbe Yahuwah, Oribo Shanda Yabo Seke Baba, Orimo Yantalabo Yantalobo, Abba Yahuwah, you have been worshipped in the temple of your Isha, for your Isha love you eternal, and because you my Ish extended that eternal love unto me first. Mo Shantalabaya, Mo Shantalaboseke. Mecca and people, here we are in the heavenly courtroom of Abba Yahuwah with this breathful, powerful message already titled for you and me right now, last Shabbat. Okay, in consummation of this wonderful message already, title is already been given to you and me. The mystery of Friday is Allah's Sex Electrical Universe, part 3. So we have already done with 1 and 2. So today is the very consummation of it, like I promised in the very part 2 that I'm gonna be doing the finishing today. All right now. So if you this is part 3. In case I share this in the news feed, family, kindly go. When you come in contact with this part 3, kindly go and listen to part 1, part 2, and this is the final of it all. There is no way you can come in contact with a message that I have or that is being titled part 3, and you will just conclude, your heart or your decision with it. In order for you to get the full benefit, the full packages, you better go and listen to 1, 2, and conclude it with this part 3. All right, now with this being said, let's it's just point to, like I said, We have point 1 and 2. After we have already unveiled the mysteries of Friday, the very rest of Allah, we disclose so much. Okay, right now, let me just brief it. Friday, what did F go for? All right now. In the name, listen first. In the name of Abba Yahuwah, power showed up, glory showed up, testimony overflow everywhere. Allah fly away, Jesus set ablaze. This is chains and yoke breaking vision. This is eternal horrible shantaya bababayo. This is enter into Allah's head and dig it out vision. Okay, a truth for life vision. A horrible shantaya baba. A glory revealed vision. A dancing on Allah's head vision. A super duper vision. No place for the wicked vision. Allah boasts no more vision. A rolling lion vision. He that is in me is eternally greater than Allah vision. A trumpet sound vision. A deep center of reality vision. Horrible shanta baba. Make it big full of Allah vision. How the deep things of Allah being searched out vision. A clouds of witness vision. Now we are just on our way to the mountain top in order for us to see very clear the mysteries of Allah's rest day, aka Friday. Friday originally it is being called Frigg. Okay, Frigg is simply means it is the Roman goddesses of love. Okay, it is being called Venice. Okay, Frigg originally it is called Friday originally it is called Frigg. That is goddess of love, love making, goddess of sex. Okay, they say she is also goddess of marriage. Okay, because among all your days, started from your Sunday way down to your Saturday, it is being named after fallen deities, which is Allah, the leader of it all. We also disclose the mysteries of the name of Allah. We all knew names carries authority and words carries a meaning. There is meaning and there is authority in every single words or names we ever come in contact with. Okay, like this Friday, my father is mind-boggling the wickedness of Allah into it, like Shabbat now. And Shabbat, what did they go for? It simply go for rest. That is the authority and the hidden treasure inside this word called rest, Shabbat. And Allah said his own rest day, it is called Friday. And originally Friday is being called Frigg, okay? A day that is being dedicated unto sex, a day that is being dedicated, unto, sex perversion. It is having sex in group. Normally in those days when I was, staying in the world, okay, every weekend Friday, I normally go, to one so-called boyfriend to spend a weekend. Because everybody is aware of this. And to my amazement, that is the very day Allah prefer, to use as his own rest day. And we also see the right hand of Allah. It is because Yemeni. Please just go and listen to part 1. In part 1, are we disclosing the mysteries? Or rather, what Abba Yahuwah is unveiling, he said, come and see. When you go to Revelation 6, he said, come and see. This is how Abba Yahuwah is calling you these days. Come and see. Come and see the mystery of Allah. Come and see the wickedness of Allah in his rest day. Horrible Shandaya Bababu. Words carry meaning. Like the day you call Sunday, what did it go for? Originally, what is being called? The day of sun? The day to worship sun? That is an abomination. Okay? These are the hidden wickedness inside these words. Like the name of Allah. Okay? The letter A, what did it go for? What did it go for? A cursed angel with another gospel. That is the Quran. And that is also somehow the Christendom, because Christendom practice what is in the royal law, not at all. Started from their Sunday madness, every single thing Christendom is practicing, they are all from Allah in another way coded. That is what I want to see right now in the 2 points, because these are 3 days you know, in this set apart or three religion. Okay, that is what we want to look into. With Allah, we are going to crown it with Shabbat. Of course, Shabbat is going to swallow Friday, it's going to swallow Sunday, because there is no rest on Sunday. It is keep walking eternal, and there is no rest also on Friday. It is the mark of the beast. Stay tuned, just stay in tune. That is what we want to unveil over here. I know why I keep saying this, because serpent Allah has already makes it said it, you that weakens the nations. So it weakens every feeble or veil, okay, in us, in order for us not to dig into the truth. That was why initially when Jesus said the royal law is, is done away with, because if New Testament have no stand, okay, without the Old Testament, forget about the New Testament. You can never get the actual meaning of the New Testament. The Old Testament is the stand and root of the New Testament. Everything you found in the New Testament originated from the Old Testament. Now, for you to really get the account of the New Testament, you rather go back to the Old Testament. Like Apostle Kepha said, I think in 1 Peter or 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 15 over there, 16, 17. Okay, maybe I'm going to cross track, for a better understanding. He said, oh, okay, let me just read it for better understanding. Here I am now, 2 Peter chapter 3, I take from 15. An account that the long suffering of our Adonai is salvation, even as our beloved brother Shahu also according to the wisdom given unto him hath written unto you, as also in all his episode, as speaking in them of these things, in which are some things hard to be understood. He said this, even Apostle Kepha, when he looked into the teachings of Apostle Shehu, he said it is hard to understand, to be understood, which, listen now, which they that are on land, who are they? And what you're supposed to know, you need to go to Old Testament. In order for you to understand what Shehu was saying, rather you go back to the Old Testament. That, which they that are on land and unstable wrestle, as they do also the other scriptures, unto their own destruction. 17 now. Yea, therefore, beloved, seeing ye know these things before, beware lest ye also be led away with the error of the wicked. You breaking the royal law, it is the error of the wicked, far from your own standfastness. So he said you are on land. Now, what does it say? Christianity said Apostle Shahu is the one who gave them Sunday. You lied against him. Let me tell you, when you go to Acts of Apostle chapter, read it from 21, way down to where? To the very end of it. And you're going to see in Apostle Shahu trial, Apostle Shahu was even keeping the law of Nazarite. Do you know what the law of Nazarite is? You better go to Numbers 6. Then you're going to find out the sacrificial law. He himself was doing the sacrificial law. He did not just keep the royal law. He was also doing the sacrificial law. The law of Nazareth, it was under Nazarite all the days of his life. They only carry dread. For life, they go, they don't drink anything fermented. Anything fermented. Anything unclean. Pork, never. That is why Nazareth simply means set apart for Abba Yahuwah. Eunuchs that don't marry. He never married. He never shaved his hair. That was why he said in his trial, he said he kept the law. He kept the saying of the prophet. You just go and do that for your soul. Let me just read one for you, one of his trial, because I know somehow, someday, this message is going to set some people in the right way. Okay? They are going to come out from the left-hand side or from the right-hand side and walk down through the straight way. You shouldn't turn to the right, neither to the left, So Apostle Shaul, they are using to justify. That is why they are under condemnation. But it is the doings of Allah, because he has already come with another gospel. It is a cursed angel. That is the first alphabet of Allah. A cursed angel with another gospel. Listen now. Acts of Apostle 24. I just want to read just this one verse for you. Verses 14. But this I confess unto thee, that after the way which they call heresy, so worship I the Yahuwah of my fathers, believing what? All things which are written in the law and in the prophets. Any genuine apostles needs to believe the law, also the prophets. That was why Yahushua said in Matthew 5:17, think not that I have come to abolish the law, nor the prophet. Because it's the consummation of the prophet, he himself is the law. He said, I come in the volume of the book, for it is written about me. The volumes of the book is from Genesis way down to Revelation. That is why Apostle Kepha said that you twisted it, the sayings of Apostle Shaul, but to your own destruction. When you said, Apostle Shaul said, we are not under law, under curse, but under law, but under grace. But Apostle Shaul said, can you keep sinning and say grace waba? YAHUAH'S forbid. What is sin? Breaking the royal law. I'm just doing this, to help some of you people, not all, few of you in the Christian, to come out from Allah's madness, because Allah also is the author of, Sunday. Okay, that's what we want to look into in this just two alphabet, okay, or these 2 points, excuse me. So right now, we see Allah with another gospel. Right now, he came with Sunday. Sunday is the day he fell from glory, and he came now. Friday is the day he got rest, Again, what is the second letter? What did they go for in the name of Allah? What did they go for? They simply go for leader of legions of demons. The third alphabet, what did they go for? Liar, father of all liars. And the A, what did they go for? The fourth letter, what did they go for? Accuser of brethren. It's accusing you and me every now and then. H, what did they go for? He have no son. Did you see the wickedness contains fully loaded in the name of Allah? The same thing with the day of his rest. F, what did it go for? Fallen angels family. Coincidence? All right now. R, what did it go for? Right hand possession. Coincidence? Okay, what is right hand possession? When Islam, like this Sharia law that is on its way coming out, when you've been converted to Islam, woman, you becomes the right hand possession. They're going to be having sex with you, whether you are married or not. It doesn't care. Allah don't care whether you are married. You can see Quran 4:24 for that. It doesn't care whether you are married. In fact, Allah don't care. What did it go for? Islamic intercourse in Allah's paradise. 72 Virgin. Listen to 1 and 2. It's fully loaded. D, what did it go for? Dominant sex electrical universe. Listen to part 2. This dominant. They have street market. They have a market, they have a market that is called sex market. Listen to part 2 in order for you to understand the quotation is over there from their own source. A, what did it go for? Allah sexual ability. Allah said he's going to give a strength of 100 men just to one man, only to be banging. Why? What did it go for? Yemini. What is Yemini? Allah's right hand. This vagina. This is the black stone. It is being called Yemini in Arabic, which means Allah's right hand. The very black stone he is using to remove the sins of Islam. Yahushua is the eternal stone that Abba Yewa used to remove our sins. Listen to part 2 because I'm quoting again from part 2 because this is part 3. In order for you to get the full benefit of this segment, please kindly listen to 1 and 2 because I'm going to be sharing it on the news feed. When you come in contact, it is very much possible you come in contact with this. Why am I saying this? I want you to understand that what is at hand. What is coming on your way? For you to look into it, take all the Quran references and study the hadith. We use Quran. We also use hadith, and we use their greatest commentary saying. We also use their fatwas And see how disastrous, ugly it is on earth. Because you want to say Islam, the Islam, heaven of Islam, it doesn't exist and never will it be. Their heaven, they are talking about 72 virgins, a market of sex. It is after the Sharia law. When the whole world is being converted to Islam, vagina is going to be surplus. That is going to be marketing. Vagina marketing in Islam, camp. Okay. So coincidence? The freak day, rest day of Allah, coincidence? You take this for granted? No. Listen. This is on its way coming. Put your house in order. So right now, let us go with point 1. And we also see, before we unveil point 1, and we also see Cain was the firstborn of serpent flesh. Serpent is Allah. Allah. Whenever I'm saying serpent, always know that I'm talking about Allah. Cain, first time for Abba Yahweh to release this course, we found in the name of Allah, the very first alphabet. We see it was Genesis 3 over here. Okay. Genesis 3. Now, Genesis 3, fallen deity was big cost. When you also proceed a little bit, Genesis 4, first man on earth was being cursed. Okay, which is K. He also got cursed. Now the name of K, what kind of hidden wicked demon over there again? The letter C, curse. Coincidence? Alright now. The letter A, what did it go for? Abolished. Where did that abolishment, where did it begin? Genesis 3. Allah abolished the royal law. For the first man and the first one ever to go according to the royal law, statute, and commandment. He abolished. Okay. Now, the I. What did it go for? I will make myself like the Most High. You see, Gay Friday. He's making himself, isn't it? Coincident that the Most High. All right now. The N. What did it go for? Number of his name. Number, that is the mark of the beast. K was the first person to receive the mark of the beast. And Abba Yahweh put the name of his father right on K. Now, Muhammad that brought this madness from the pit of hell. Muhammad. What sign do we also got from Muhammad? Listen to 192 family. This is not coincidence. Abba Yahweh is speaking He's speaking vision, understanding into someone's heart, soul, in order for you to be cleansed from the pollution of the Christendom, and also in Islam from the Allah's pollution, or the one that is about to go, for you not to dare at all, and for you to convert to the royal law. Now, this is the signs I got from Muhammad lifestyle. About 6 signs. Listen now. Muhammad brought about Friday, isn't it? Alright, we start with Muhammad himself. Now, Muhammad, as soon as his father got his mother pregnant of Muhammad, when Muhammad was being pregnant with, the father died right away. He died. Now, left his mother. So as soon as Muhammad was being birthed, only 6 years, Muhammad was 6 years old, the mother also died. Now, that left Muhammad orphan. Because Muhammad said, Allah have no son. Therefore, you, Muhammad, that curse is going to begin from you. You are not going to be having a father. You are not going to be having a mother. You can never enjoy the relationship of paternal and maternal. No, because you did not obey your wife that. Therefore, you're going to be orphan, slave to others. 6 years old, his mother died. So Muhammad has to be raised by others. Okay. That is the first sign. Now, followed now by the second sign. Muhammad now came with Quran and said Allah gave him now Friday. Friday is the 6th day of the week, another 6. Muhammad was 6 years old when he lost the mother, became orphan, and he brought about Quran. And Friday is the 6th day of the week. 2-6, okay. Now, the most favorite wife of Muhammad, it is Aisha, a child of 6 years old, a 51-year-old now put his apparel of wedding and now wed just 6 years old baby. And he now said, Allah revealed when the father of the girl said, no, you can't do this. He now said Allah was the one who revealed it unto him, that he should go and marry Aisha, 6 years old baby. So right now, where Muhammad now seduced the heart of Abu Bakr, that one now said, okay, you can have it. This is from Allah. 6 years old child. to face 51 years old man sexually. All right, now we got 3-6 now. So Muhammad have 7 children. More, we can't even count more than 1,000 wife women. Muhammad, Quran said Muhammad have, some say 9 wives, some say 9, some say 11, some say 30, and some say 60 in hadith. Okay, so among all these 60 or 11 or 9, not the right hand possession of Muhammad. No, that one is not included. That one could be thousands. Okay, because Muhammad never do. Listen to 1 and 2. Muhammad always have sex night and day. That it not come to that. His followers has to ask him, how you doing it? Huh? Where is the strength coming from? Muhammad has said Allah gave him the strength of 30 men. Okay, to be having sex, only to be banging. In their paradise, the strength is going to be increased to 100 men strength just for one man. But here on earth, Muhammad was given 30 strength of one man. And some hadith say 40 strength. This hadith that said 40 strength for Muhammad now testified that before he said he used to be a weak man, that he can't really go into sex activities in that way at all. He said, but until one night, Allah now prepared a food for him. It was a meat. Allah now gave it to him to eat. He said, as soon as he ate that meat, he now found strength. Anytime he wanted to do it, he said, from there he now got a strength of 40 men. Anytime he wanted to have sex, he always, have that energy of 40 men. All right, now. So, among all these uncountable women, only 2 women gave birth to, gave child to Muhammad. Khadija, the very first wife, gave 6 children, 3 boys and 3 girls. Then Maria, one slave girl from Egypt. She was once a Christian. Muhammad now subdued her, brought her into Quran. That is what we are going to see in Sharia law. So she now converted to Islam. As she have done that. Now she became the right hand of Muhammad. She's a slave girl. Muhammad don't marry to her, but she was a slave girl. But unfortunately, she now got her pregnant. Therefore, that one now make just 1 son. Listen, now here is another 6 again. Muhammad, while being alive, used his own hand to bury 6 of his own children. Coincidence? 3 boys died, 3 girls died, while Muhammad was yet living. Coincidence? No. I bet your wife speaking something into us. It is a sign. Now, as soon as Muhammad gave up, died at the age of 63, the only surviving daughter, Fatima, also died 6 months of Muhammad's death. Coincidence? Why this 666? She also died just 6 months of Muhammad's death. Coincidence? Yes, not coincidence. It is a sign. We got 1 more 6 to go. Now, their fatwas, that is religious declaration, is being issued by their imam. Imam is like reverend or whatever, or bishop in Christendom. Now, imam now also issued fatwas that stated that when a Muslim woman died, her husband needs to have sexual intercourse with the dead corpse within 6 hours. The husband have to bang that dead corpse, within 6 hours. Coincidence? We got 6, complete 6. That is the mark of the beast. Now the work of day 6, Allah not join. That is the work of day 6. Allah not join with the work of day 6 in Genesis 3. That is where he got this curse. And automatically we now see over there that Allah is going to be a father. He's going to be having a father. Therefore, Allah now shared fatherhood with the very first man, Adam. That was immediately after the fall. Adam, first of all, gave the name to the woman. What is she being called? Woman. She shall be called woman. Abba Yawana said, called her helper. The first Abba Yehovah named woman helper. Why the Adam now named the first woman woman? She shall be called woman. But as soon as the incident transpired, he reversed it and gave her now another name. What name did he gave unto the first woman? Mother of all living. That is the meaning of Kawa, the one you call Eve. Mother of all living. How did that come about? What we found over there, Adam is saying, you are going to be the mother of the children of Sempet, and you are also going to be a mother of my children. Every living one here today on earth proceeds from one vagina. Whether you are the seed of Sempet or you are the seed of Adam, mother of all living. And what is Mecca being called? Mother of all settlement. And what is Allah being called? Revelation 70, 80. Great Babylon, mother of harlots. Did you get that? So Abba Yehovah is speaking something to you and me. The mark of the beast, 100%. We found that already. It is in the Quran and Allah. In Quran Surah 9, verses 29 to 30, Muhammad instituted his people to be cursing us. Okay? Because Muhammad said, Yahuwah has no son. So that is why Abba Yehovah also killed him. You cannot also have children. To carry on your legacy. No, you can't. He killed, in fact, he decided Muhammad. Now, before Fatima died, she married, okay? No issue also because she miscarried. Instead of Muhammad also having a grandson, the woman miscarried. Fatima miscarried before she died. Okay? She miscarried, excuse me. Now, oh my father. Muhammad, before he died, he now said to Ali, you are the one to carry, you are my successor. That is, the son of his son, Muhammad's son-in-law, should have, be the power hand in Islam. But not so. Abu Bakr is the power hand because a Muslim reverse issue. No Muslim, Abba Yehovah did it because you say I don't have no son. Therefore, you are not also going to be having no survivor to carry on your legacy. You are not going to inherit. Nobody is going to inherit your legacy from you, your manhood, anyone that comes from your manhood. Because initially, if Ali's carry Muhammad's legacy, therefore Muhammad still inherits the kingdom. Okay? No, it is not so. Because son needs to inherit it. But you said you want to have it. So therefore, you are not going to be having no survivor or to carry on your legacy. So, the side of Fatima's husband, Muhammad's daughter, is being called Shiaks. And the side of Abu Bakr overthrew them. He overthrew them. What do you say? Abu Bakr is the father of Aisha. He overthrew them and be now the successor of Muhammad to carry the legacy of Quran. So totally it was being stripped away from Muhammad into another family. So now the Shia, the Sunnis, they are the largest population in Islamic world. They consist 85% of all Muslims around the whole world, about 1.7 billion. Shiites is 85%. Excuse me, Sunni. They are 85%. Largest, they are the one ruling. So the side of Muhammad is just 15%. That's the Shiites. And meanwhile, the Shiites is going to bow down to Sunnis. Because Sunnis is the largest. Yes, that is how Abba Yehovah did. Because Quran, in Surah 9, verses 29 to 30, he said, may Allah destroy us. Because we say Yahuwah have son. That is the causes Muhammad learned over there before he died. He said, may Yahuwah destroy us because we say Yahuwah have a son. He said, may Allah punish us. No, excuse me, not Yahuwah. He said, may Allah punish us. May Allah destroy us. May Allah kill us and send us to the link of fire because we just say Yahuwah have a son. So Abba Yehovah said, no one, anyone that curses us will be cursed. Genesis 12:3. Anyway, it is automatic return back to sender. And do you see how automatically, how you return back to Muhammad? You cursing us because we say, Abba Yehovah have a son. Therefore, the curses is returning back to Muhammad's head. No son. And Islam want to justify this curse of Muhammad, that will be saying, yes, Allah said Muhammad is the last prophet. Therefore, there can never be, Muhammad is the seal of the prophet. Therefore, Muhammad should be having a son. Why? Because a son of prophet is considered to be a prophet as well. Okay, that's why Allah killed all his sons. What about the daughters? Why should Allah also kill all 4 daughters? Why? So they fail to recognize that Muhammad is cursed. They just fail to recognize that. Allah killed the 3 in the first place. Why should Allah give a son? Because he knew Muhammad is the last prophet. He made him the last prophet. Why did he give a son? 3 sons. Why? He should have give him no son. He gave him a son. He killed all of them. Muhammad used his own hand to bury all 3 sons and all 3 daughters. Why should Allah also kill the daughters? If the only sons were the one who died, I could have believed that theory. I could have believed that logic. But it isn't so. The daughters also go. Now we proceed now to the very first point. Wake up and see that Muhammad was cast here on earth by Abba Yahuwah. This is not Allah. Get Allah, filthy Allah, out of this. It is the doing of Abba Yahuwah. You curses us every now and then because that Islam still honor that saying, and that is why they are coming to curse us now with severe pains. That is the Sharia law. They are coming against us for this reason. That will say Yahuwah have a son. The final curse, it is the Sharia law. They are going to behead us only for this reason. Because why? We say Yahuwah have a son. This is why they are coming with their sword. This is why they are coming with their beheading. And this is why they are coming. This is why they are coming with their set of blades now to kill us in order for them to get 72 virgins in the paradise of Allah. They want to cause us the most painful pains in Sharia law for 3.5 years. Yes, they want to curse us again. Only because we said that Abba Yahuwah have a son. Only because we admit that Abba Yahuwah is a father. This is why Sharia law is coming. This is why Allah is coming against us. This is why they want to butcher us. This is why they want to roast us. This is why they want to stone us. Because we say Abba Yahuwah have a son. That is why Abba Yahuwah gave it unto him. You can never, experience the love of a father, and neither are you going to be experience fatherhood. He killed all his sons. Muhammad used his own hand to bury 6 of his own children. As soon as he died, only one surviving daughter died 6 months after Muhammad died. So here goes point 1. It goes in this way. Sunday and Friday worshipper worship Allah. Friday, freak day, is Allah's new me. No more Sunday, okay? Sunday, you never bring no glory unto Allah on your Sunday. Rather, you commemorate the day Allah fell from glory, because the beginning, the very moment this deity revolts, and be cast out of the presence of Abba Yahuwah, that marks the beginning of time, the beginning of season, and the beginning of year. That is what we can count today, tomorrow. That brings about time and season. Before Abba Yahuwah living eternal, you don't count no time or day, whatever. But the very moment this deity fell from glory, Abba Yahuwah, that marks the beginning of time. That gave them 6,000 years to rule. Okay, but 7 is the consummation. All right, so that is why Allah now gave that Sunday, the day therefore fell from glory. He now gave it to the Christendom to be commemorating it for him. Now we're going to put scriptures. Now, Friday, that is the day Jesus died, according to the Christendom, for you to know that Allah is the author of it all. Okay, Friday, they said that is the day Jesus died, even though you can get 3 days and 3 nights in their bad Friday way down to their Sunday early morning resurrection. You can't just get it. Only one messianic sign they couldn't get it. Yet Allah has already blinded them not to see the true light of the gospel. So that is why they picked the day of Allah's rest as the day that Jesus died. And then I picked the day Allah fell from glory as the day of their Jesus resurrection. Do you see how twisted this matter becomes? Do you see how twisted it is? All right now, so Allah is the author of it all. And I gave that freak day to Islam because initially that is the day Allah gave it back to Abba Yahuwah. Sunday, only you commemorate the day I fell from glory. But Friday is the day that brings him rest. And Friday, it is the new me now for the Christendom, saith Allah. Let's put scriptures. Now, according to the royal law commandment, Sunday is the greatest abomination in all and all. It didn't even call Friday greatest abomination, but it says Sunday. Listen now. Why is it greatest abomination? We're going to find out now. Why is it being called greatest abomination? So here I am in the book of Ezekiel, chapter 8. I take from verses 13. He said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abomination that they do. There he brought me to the door of the gate of YAHUAH'S house, which was towards the north. And behold, there sit women weeping for Tammuz. This Tammuz is the son of Nimrod and Semiramis. Okay, Semiramis. When Tammuz died, women are beginning to cry for Tammuz. This is the day Tammuz died on Friday. It's in the world histories. So as they fabricated the story that he also resurrected on Sunday. Coincidence? All right, no. So women were weeping because it is the only surviving. So it is the only son of Nimrod, to carry on after Nimrod. Okay, Nimrod married his mother Semiramis. It is being called today in It is being called in Egypt Isis. Okay, it has a lot of names. She is also the Easter. So this is their feast of Easter. Okay, that they not lie down on Sunday. Sunday morning, and Tammuz was raising. No, Tammuz died, excuse me, after they wept for Tammuz 40 days, okay? So on the Friday, Semiramis, because she don't have no son, she don't have no husband, she have to ascend to the, because it said when Nimrod died, Nimrod now deify himself to be the gods of the sun. That's why they worship Sunday. So Nimrod, before Nimrod died, they already worshiping Nimrod on Sunday. So when Nimrod now died, they said Nimrod ascend into the sky and deify himself as the god of the sun. Okay, so now after Tammuz, the one that's supposed to carry on before Nimrod also died. Tammuz was 40 years old when he was being killed by a wild animal. Okay, now that's why they worked for Tammuz for 40 days. That is the length that Catholicism is doing before their Easter. So they wept for Tammuz 40 days. Each day for a year of his life. He was 40 years before he was being killed by a wild animal. Now, after finishing weeping for Tammuz, they now said Semiramis now ascend to go and meet her husband in the sky, to also deify herself as the goddesses of the sun. So as soon as she ascend on Friday, Nimrod now sent her back and said to her, go and take care of my affairs here on earth. Go back to my throne and be the goddess. He now sent her back. And when did Nimrod send Semiramis back? On Sunday early morning. That is why Catholicism is doing their mass very early in the morning. So Nimrod now sent back his wife, Semiramis, to take care of his throne here on earth. He now deify her to be goddess. So as Semiramis was falling down, she now landed herself in the rivers Euphrates. As she now landed the rivers of Euphrates, as a giant egg, and burst out and said, this is new me. So she's the one that worship Easter, goddess of fertilities. Have you know, in our Passover we eat lamb. That is our spiritual food. But in the Christian Easter, they eat egg, just egg. That is their spiritual food. Okay. Have you ever wondered why that egg is being dyed red? Whenever they are going to celebrate this goddess, Easter, 3 months too, a priest have to have sex with infant right in the other altar of Semiramis. Okay, and got that child killed. Excuse me, I hope I'm not making no mistake. No. Not to have sex. Excuse me, I'm sorry for this. My apology. Not to have sex with that infant. No. What happened? A priest have to. A priest have to get someone pregnant, because every year infant must be slaughtered in the altar of Semiramis. So the priest of Semiramis have to slaughter this infant, in the altar of Semiramis. After slaughtering and smash that infant, the blood from that infant, they will take the egg and dye it with that blood infant. That is what they used to, that is their spiritual food. That is their oblation, okay, that they normally make in that day. So that is why Easter is providing much egg when it now comes to Easter. Don't take it as a mistake. You see, Acts of Apostles chapter 12, it said, they now kept Peter after Easter. After Easter, they will kill him. That Easter is not our feast. We don't have anything like that at all as Easter. Not at all. It is the feast of Nimrod. Okay, Herod, yes. That is the feast Herod celebrated. Okay, it is their feast, not ours, because it is called Pesach. And Pesach is always come first before unleavened bread. Okay, Pesach and unleavened, Pesach is just 1 day. Unleavened bread, it is 7 days, altogether 8 days. So in every scriptures that validate this, Passover always come first. The feast of unleavened bread. That Acts of Apostles, if you read it, you're going to find out they were already on the feast of unleavened bread. So when you now shift down a little bit to verses 4 or 5, it now said Kepha was kept in prison, that after Easter, there he will be crucified. Okay, so Easter is the feast of Herod, the very one they celebrate. So this is why it's being called greatest abomination. Listen now. The reason why it's being called greatest abomination, I'm going to add more into that. So listen now, verse 15. We established 14 already. Thomas, that is the Christendom Messiah, okay, in Jesus, aka Jesus. I read now 15. Then said he unto me, as thou say, O son of man, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abomination than this. Okay, you weeping for your Lent 40 days, you eating egg in your Easter, it is considered a small abomination. Now we are going now to the greatest abomination. Let's put now, what is the greatest abomination? 16 now. And he brought me into the inner court of YAHUAH'S house, and behold, at the door of the temple of YAHUAH, between the porch and the altar, were about 5 and 20 men with their backs towards the temple of YAHUAH, and their faces towards the east, and they worshipped the sun towards the east. Wait a minute. You shall see greater abomination than this. Their Easter is considered small abomination. Their Sunday now, they now worship sun. Their Sunday now is being called greater abomination. So now, why is it being called now greater abomination? You see what these people is doing? They are right in the temple. They give their back to the temple of YAHUAH, and they now give their face to sun. That is Christendom. Horrible. That is the Christian imarabayanti. That is the Christian. What is their back now that they face, that they give now to the house of YAHUAH, to the temple of YAHUAH? That is, they give their back to the truth, and they give their back to the royal law, and they give their back to the institution of Abba YAHUAH. Meanwhile, they carry the royal law. The royal law is the temple, and it is the house of Abba YAHUAH. They carry it in their hand, and then they give their back to the royal law, to Genesis way down to Revelation. I dare any Christendom, every single thing that they practice, prove one for me from the royal law, started from Genesis way down to Revelation. Every single thing that Christendom is practicing, it can never be found in the royal law, and there is no scripture that validates it, and there is no scripture references in order for them to cover up their wickedness, and they will begin to twist the royal law. And that is why Apostle Kepha said, you are doing this to your own destruction, and they will begin to twist the royal law. And then we begin to say, Apostle Kiffer said, Apostle Shahu said, we are not under law, but we are under grace. But in that same verses, say, can you keep sinning and say grace will abide? Yahuwah forbid. And what is sin? Simply me giving you back to the royal law, and simply me breaking that royal law, and simply me giving your face to other deity. You gave your face and to the gods of the sun. You worship them, right? AKA Allah. Through the royal law, you pervert our book and you carry our book and to practice your paganism. You keep our book and you not mask it up. The custom of your father, you use our royal law to mask up the custom of your forefather, which is paganism. You not give your back to the truth, to the word of Abba Yahuwah, and you not turn your face to worship Allah right in the sky. Allah is the God of the moon. Allah is the God of the sun. He is the one you worship on your Sunday. He is the dragon you worship on Sunday. He said the great dragon, that old serpent which deceiveth the whole world. And this is how Allah did it. You have the truth in your hand, but you don't just want to stick to the truth. You know the truth, but you don't just care. You just go on anyway and to be celebrating Christmas, the birthday of them, right? And you just keep on to keep January 1st, the very institution of Allah, and you just go on to celebrate December 25th, the day may fall from glory, and you not brought into your house the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, and you just keep on celebrating the folly of man, and you keep on celebrating the folly of Adam, and you keep on celebrating the day horrible separation come between Yahuwah and his people, and you keep on celebrating the death of man, the destruction of man. The very day link of fire was being instituted right in Genesis 3. That is what you are celebrating. You celebrating the fall of Maya, and you celebrating the loss of Abba Yahuwah. You celebrating the pace of Yahushua, because as soon as Allah did that, Abba Yahuwah instituted right away. The seed of the woman is gonna crush your head. Ongoing battle was being released from the mouth of Abba Yahuwah. That is what you celebrated. The cross, the pace of Abba Yahuwah. Cross brought about death. He brought about pain. He brought about humiliation. All his body was being broken right on the cross. 9 good hours. He done no sin. Now have to carry your sin, and you then celebrate that. You celebrate the altar that brought about the cross. You celebrate Allah. You celebrate Allah. This is why it's been called the greatest abomination. Get ready for battle, okay? If you fail to put your house in order, Christian, get ready to fight. Get ready to get slaughtered. Abba Yahuwah is releasing Sharia law to put your madness in one side, to humble you, in your madness. Because whatever you practice, right, started from Genesis way down to Revelation, give me one scripture. You take tithe as money. You plant seed as money. You take first fruit as money. Really? Where is it being found from the royal law? Where is it being located? You said the royal law is a cause. But if you want to steal, you go to the royal law. Tithe is a law. Sow no seed, even though this has nothing to do with money, is in the law. First fruit offering is in the law, even though this has nothing to do with money, but they are all in the law. So if you want to steal, you go to the law. But to keep the law, you say it's curse. Do you see how you curse yourself? With your mouth, you have cursed yourself every now and then. Again, let us see why again is being called the greatest abomination. You know, Christians, they don't carry Quran, but they carry the Bible. That is the temple of Abba Yahuwah. They are standing, but they not give their back to that Bible, to that royal law. They don't care to follow the commandment of Abba Yahweh, the institution. They don't care. That is, they not take the Bible and mask paganism up just to deceive. They are the many false prophets that already come to deceive many with great signs and wonders, to deceive even the elect. Okay, so we are doing this very segment in order to reach out to the deceived elect, in order for you to come and return back to the royal law. The royal law makes blessing for us. It's not a curse. Jesus is a curse and Allah is a curse. We see that already. They are the cursed angel family. We are not the royal law. The commandment of Abba Yahweh makes blessing eternal for us. So right now, why is it being called a gay abomination? Listen now, here we go again. In your January 1st, that is the very day Allah brings about new thing on earth. That is the very day Allah begins his own new religion. That is the very day Allah brings about new way, new wisdom, new understanding. The very one the Christian is also celebrating on their January 1st, when everything is dead. Check it out. Home and abroad. January 1st, everything is being crushed. And this is the very day Allah crushed the first plants right in Genesis 3. This is the very day Allah killed. And that is the day Christians don't celebrate. January 1st, when everything is dead, you celebrate dead. All right now. And that is the day Allah killed. That is the day Allah murdered. He said, you are a lie. He said, the will of your father, the desire of your father you would do. For he was a murderer. Right from the beginning, he murdered the first man, and the first man right in Genesis 3. Goes to Genesis 4, they murdered the righteous Abel, because they were thinking Abel was the seed of the woman to crush their head. In order for the earth to still become their property, they killed her. That is the very day the Christian is celebrating as their new year. The day they got new wisdom, new religion, new direction, because they gave their back to the royal law and then not turned their face to the sun. The day Allah fell from glory, they are commemorating how Allah fell from glory. They are commemorating what took place in Genesis 3. The day Allah brings about new religion. Oh, here I am, Proverbs chapter 6. I take from 16. These 6 things doeth Yahuwah hate. This 6, 666. Abba Yahuwah hate, because it is disastrous. They are going to kill Abba Yahuwah's children. Okay, the children of Abba Yahuwah that needs to be killed. According to the last day prophecies, he said 2/3 will die. 2/3 is going to be cut off. Only 1/3 will be saved. Okay. Now that 2/3, if Israel is 6 billion, 4 billion is going away. 4 billion is going to die in Sharia law. If Israel is 12 billion, let me take it so I know we are not up to 12. Okay, 6 million, excuse me. If Israel is 12 million, I'm supposed to say, because the whole world is about 7 billion. All right, now, if Israel is 12 million, 8 million is going to die by the hand of Islam. They won't take Sharia law. They are going to die. So that is the final curse. Simple Allah is about to curse Abba Yahuwah again. That's why Abba Yahuwah said, these 6 things I hate. Number 666. You're going to slaughter my children because they are not going to take your mark of the beast. I hate that. But judgment will be set. So let us read these 6 things which Abba Yahuwah hate. These 6 things doeth Yahuwah hate. Yea! 7 are an abomination unto him. The 6 Abba Yahuwah hate. Not abomination, but he hates it. But the very 7th one, it means abomination. The 7th means abomination. So we're going to see what that 7 is. First of all, let's see what the first hate of Abba Yahuwah is. 17. A proud look. Proud look. What cast Allah out of the kingdom of Abba Yahuwah? Pride. Now exalt himself. When he now look at himself, oh, how wonderful, powerful be you has made me. He said he now pump up pride. Jesus, Allah, they filled with pride. Listen now. Pride. Pride. I'm going to make myself like the Most High. And then I'll give you now Sunday. This is Sunday. A proud look. He hates. Okay? Sunday, the day you worship song. A proud look. Listen now again. Till now. A lying tongue. Who is a liar? It's Allah. Christendom. Okay? And now give you now. No. Yeah. Rather, no, this one is Monday. This should be Monday. April. I'm going to make myself like the Most High, which is simply called your Moon Day. Moon is also Allah again. Allah is the God of Moon. Like, is the God of Moon, is the God of Sun. Horibayan Torobo. Now, the lying tongue, which is your Tuesday. Wednesday. And they said these gods always go into bad. It is the gods of Roma, okay? That represent, because every single of your days been named after deities, okay? It's been named after fallen days, deity. Allah is the one that named them all. Start from your Sunday to your Friday. These are the demons that are responsible. They are prideful, they are liars, and the third one are hands that shed innocent blood. And I said this is your Wednesday. And then I said the chief gods is being called Woody's Day. Originally it is called Woody's Day. Okay, they said this is the chief gods, the husband of the goddess of love. Okay, this is Allah in totality. Allah is the leader of all. Allah is the leader of legions of demons. Okay, because it's gonna be sharing innocent blood. You're gonna share our blood on Sharia law. This is Allah. Your Wednesday is being called Woody's Day originally. They call him the chief gods of all gods. Okay, this is Allah. Okay, now we go for the fourth one. And heart that devises wickedness. That is a fact. What is the heart? Okay, is of that wicked one. He said, when that wicked be revealed, the man of sin. It is Jesus, okay? Jesus is of that wicked one. It is of Allah, the wicked one. He is the man of sin. What is he? Breaking the royal law. This Jesus said, I abolished, I nailed the royal law to the cross. Don't keep it. It's of that wicked one. It devised wickedness in his heart. And he gave it unto you. You carry the royal law and you gave your face to sun and worship the sun. It said a heart that devise wicked imagination. Where did we get that? Go to Isaiah 40, 11 or 12 to 15. In his heart, he now begin to imagine. I'm going to sit. I'm going to exalt myself above the throne of Abba Yahuwah. He said he's also going to make his own throne greater than that of Abba Yahuwah. Read it. Listen again. Fit that be swift in running to mischief. That is Jesus again. These are all fallen deities, which is your Thursday. Thursday, what is it being called? Thor, because the god of Thursday originally is being called Thor Day. Thor, that is, this god was the god of thunder. He struck from the sky. It is again the Roman goddess, the goddess of thunder. That was why they dedicated that day to him, Thunder's Day. So now they now call it now Thor, because he's thunder. Now they are calling it Thursday. Whenever you call Thursday, you are calling the gods of thunder. These are all the deities that fell from glory. Allah is the leader of it all. That is why Abba Yahuwah say I hate. But the seventh one is an abomination. 19 now. 6 now. A false witness that speaketh lie. Lie. False witness. The royal law said, out of the mouth or two or three witnesses, testimony shall be established. Woman have a testimony 3. Man also have testimony 3. Now, what is the testimony of man? Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, testimony shall be established. Your 2 testers and your peanuts, man. That is the one that is bearing testimony of your lineage for life for you. And woman also have this testimony. Okay, even though if I have to include the two breasts, okay, but vagina itself has 3 layers. You see the outer court, you see the inner court, and you see the holies of holies. The holies of holies, that is the womb. The inner court, it is where the penis penetrated, and you see the outer court. And Abayawa said, this is, they said he hate these false witnesses that is going on. Allah have vagina. Now is vagina Allah is using to take away humanity's sin. And this is Frigg. She's a woman. Among all gods, 6 men, 1 woman, rapist. Allah is a rapist, okay? Polyandry. 6 men have to be having sex with 1 woman. Mind you, there is no female deity. Okay, there is no female deity. Here is speaking of what? The first woman vagina. Allah get that blood covenant. That is what is still using to pollute all women today. Until the 7th, where his hand will be broken out of the body of woman. Allah corrupt woman, okay? Right from where in Genesis 3, because the woman entered into blood covenant. I don't know, some men saying, so women, when you disflower them or disvirgin their blood is not coming out. That should be the doings of Allah. Because the covenant of Abba Yahuwah, the covenant of Abba Yahuwah is in the womb of a woman. And man is the one to circumcise his wife. That makes the one. Woman needs to share blood for man. Abba Yahuwah circumcision, it is in man's penis. So the circumcision of a woman, Abba Yahuwah don't have covenant with us, but our husband do. That is why Abba Yahuwah put that seal over there. The man is to break that seal. Now, as soon as you break that seal, she shed blood for you. That is blood covenant of oneness. Remember, Abba Yahuwah make marriage eternal. That should be blood covenant of eternal oneness. Woman shed blood, always need to shed blood for man. So that woman, that blood is not coming out, that should be the daughters of Allah. Okay? For that, daughters of Zion, blood has to be shed. It is blood covenant. Woman must shed blood for man. And that is what Allah, first of all, God from the first woman, he got from the first woman the blood covenant from vagina. And that is what is still using right now to pollute all women. There is no female deities, okay? All are male. And the first vagina here on earth, the very first policy to test sex here on earth, it is Allah. Allah still keep that memory powerfully. It is blood covenant. But it is in the last day, Yahushua is going to break the hands of Allah from women vagina. That covenant will be removed. But after the sex marketplace in Islam, before that one will be done. So she's the freak day, you see, is very first witnesses. You know, this is first. Any unlawful birth children, any children of serpent, that is why they all needs to be destroyed. Go to Genesis 6. What was going on? Folly deities now beginning to intermarry with women. And women are beginning to bring forth for them children that is called giant. This is the time we are now. And that is false witness. That is lie, because Allah was never been made to for that. Allah is only made, you know, to banner over Yahuwah's feet here on earth. And he banner over Yahuwah's feet in heaven. That is his office. But Allah deviated and now go into sexual covenant. That covenant will be broken in totality in 7th, okay? After the great tribulation is over. Now let's go for the very 7th. What was that? And he that soweth discord among brethren. The 7th one, this is the very one Abba Yahuwah's hate. He that do what? Soweth discord among brethren. So what discord? Allah, confusion. What confusion? Discord. Allah sowed in the midst of Abba Yahuwah's children. Revelation 12 have the answer. He took third part of angels and flew them over here. Said there was war in heaven. You know, Revelation is speaking of the past, now, and future. That he was being cast out from heaven. That is what was how he was being thrown down here on earth. Before he now go into go to the woman in Genesis 3 and did that wicked. So a seed of discourse among, you know, the royal law simply make it so clear that angels are innumerable. You can't count them. So we go in this simple illustration. If angels are 12 trillions, therefore Allah took 4 trillions. How did he do it? He sowed a seed of discord and scattered the people of the angel of Yahuwah, the sons of Yahuwah. Now also come down here on earth. He also sowed a seed of discord and scatter the people of Yahuwah. That is why it's an abomination. How did he scatter you now? He gave you Friday, he gave you Sunday. The seventh, it is an abomination. The seventh, it is Shabbat of Abba Yahuwah. Allah sit in the gate of Shabbat and say you can never get rest. You know what Sunday is? Sunday means keep walking eternal. There's no rest because Abba Yahuwah walked that day. That's what me, I also walked that day. Only Shabbat I don't walk. He walked on Sunday. It's the first day of the week. It is where Abba Yahuwah start walking. And they also walk on Friday. Only on Sunday, on Shabbat, he rested. Sunday is working time. Friday is working time. Friday is working time. That is why it is an abomination. Allah took a wicked seat and sat on the Shabbat gate and shut it and said, you are not coming to rest. Because me, I lost it. So you also are going to lost it. Because me, I'm going to be walking with fire eternal. So do you. You're going to be walking in fire eternity with me. No rest, okay? It is working time. That's why it is an abomination. You shut the gate of Shabbat. You did not come in, but you also shut that gate of rest against humanity. That is why it is an abomination. You close the door of Shabbat, the gate of Shabbat. You shut it. I do not give them working days to be working all eternity. That is why it is an abomination. Horrible Santa Baba. And Abba Yahuwah make it so clear that Shabbat, it is perpetual. Anyone that defies it surely will be cut off from the land of the living. This is how Allah did it. He shut the gate of Shabbat against you. He not gave you Friday, he not gave you Sunday. Friday means working time. Sunday means working time. So you're going to be working with fire all eternity. That's what Allah did. This is why it is the greatest abomination. All right, now Genesis 1. That was the day they fell from glory. So you can read it. No, okay, let me read it. All right, now read. You see this perverse imam. It is what he saw Muhammad doing. Okay, Muhammad was kissing boys. He said, if they offer unto him what is in their legs and what is in their lips, that is the only way the men of Islam is going to enter Allah's paradise. So he began to kiss little boys. He kissed their mouth. He kissed their penis. He was sucking their mouth and sucking their penis. He said that is how they are going to enter Allah's paradise. Listen to part 1 and 2. You're going to find that garbage over there. You see, a perverse man. I read in Genesis 1. In the beginning, Yahweh created the heaven and the earth. And the earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep. So who is darkness? It is Allah, the day they fell from glory, in the beginning, first day of the week. Here I am, John 3, 19-20. And this is the condemnation that light is come into the world, and men loved darkness rather than light, because their deeds were evil. For everyone that doeth evil hateth the light, neither cometh to the light, lest his deeds should be exposed. Okay, so Allah is darkness, very clear. The day they fell from glory, they were the darkness that covered the surface of the deep, and this darkness today cover the face of the deep. Okay, even in the midst of light, but you love darkness. Even in the midst of truth, but you love lie. You give your back to the royal law, whereby the royal law make it so clear that Shabbat is the set apart day. You saw it. You saw it everywhere. Apostle Shehu, you are accusing, he himself kept the Shabbat. Everywhere. All the apostles. Messiah himself said this was the custom of Messiah to keep the Shabbat. Apostle Shehu, Acts of Apostles 72 also said, as his custom was, he went into the synagogue and taught 3 Shabbats. Acts of Apostles 13, when he was also teaching, the Gentiles of those days now begged him and said, please come back next Shabbat to teach us this good news. And he said the next Shabbat, almost the whole city gathered together to hear Apostle Shehu, the one you call Paul. So where did you get Sunday? It is the greatest abomination of it all, because you are commemorating the day this Allah, caused Abba Yahuwah's pain. And you say you love darkness, and that is this darkness that covered the face of the deep. Let's put some more about darkness. Here I am, Luke 22 verses 53. When I was daily with you, it is Yahushua speaking, the true Messiah. When I was daily with you in the temple, ye stretched forth no hands against me, But what? But this is your hour and the power of darkness. What is the hour of the power of darkness? Death. They want to put him to the cross. Death. That is the tree of knowledge of good and evil you celebrate on your Christmas. Death. The day you will touch that tree, you shall surely die. Death. Allah is death. Here I am. Allah means what? Death. Friday means what? Death. Sunday means what? Death. Who is the author of Friday and Sunday? Allah. The very tree of the knowledge of good and evil. The Abadido. Abadido simply means angel of death. Is the king over the bottomless pit. Listen now. Matthew 27, 45, excuse me. Now from the 6th hour, there was darkness, because they want to kill he that knew no sin. Darkness covered the whole land, over the land until the 9th hour. He gave us the Spirit. Okay now, because Abaye was judging iniquity in his son. He was judging iniquity in his son. So right now, let's count. We're going to count from your freak day, because where he gave us the Spirit is over here, 9 o'clock, 9th hour of the day, which is 3 o'clock. Now, 54. Now, when the centurion, not here. Listen now. And about 46, and about 9th hour, Yahushua cried with a loud voice, saying, okay, why have you forsaken him? After that, he gave up the Spirit. That's where I really want to read. So we're going to count from there. 50 now. Yahushua, when he had cried again, when it was 9th hour of the day, when he had cried again with a loud voice, yielded up the ghost. He gave up the Spirit. He died. A ghost came from a dead person. So why I say ghost? Yes, because he died. Therefore, the ghost come out. But in the Holy Spirit, there is no ghost, because Holy Spirit never died. Okay, you see, 9th hour. That 9th hour will be now 3 o'clock here. In Gentiles calculation will be 3 o'clock. So count for your Friday. 3 o'clock, Messiah died. Let me count for you the way you call it. Okay, on your Saturday, 3 o'clock, it will be just one day. Early morning, Sunday morning. Where is Jesus? Where is Jesus? Jesus is no more in the grave. Messiah died 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, on Friday, like you said, I'm counting for you for your own. Saturday, 3 o'clock, it is one day. And they asked him the only one messianic sign. It is what? 3 days and 3 nights. Saturday, 3 o'clock, just one day. Sunday, very early in the morning. We couldn't find Jesus anymore. So now, how did you find 3 days and 3 nights? This is very simple calculation, but you couldn't. Yes, you are darkness. Yeah, because Allah banner over you. When Allah banner over you, become dark. He said at Matthew 6 or so, yes, when Yahushua was teaching, he said, if your eyes, if your eye, okay, is good, the whole body of you will be full of light. But if your eye is evil, therefore, the whole body of you is going to be full of darkness. What eye? Single eye, the pineal gland, the third eye. That is what Allah opened for the first time, right in Genesis 3. As soon as she saw the tree of the knowledge of good, that is what Messiah said, if your eye is evil. If you see the knowledge of tree, the knowledge of good and evil as your maker, therefore your eye is not evil. If you take his teaching, therefore your eye is not evil, then you're going to be seeing him as your Messiah, like Jesus is your Messiah. Then your eye is evil. He said, therefore your body is going to be full of darkness. Think not that I've come to abolish the law, but to fulfill. You said Jesus abolished. But if you want to steal, you go to the law. Do you see how stupid you are? Now, 1 John, all the pastors of Christendom, that is the one I'm cursing, because they are cursed. They are stupid. All Christendom pastors in the four corners of the earth, you are all stupid. You are all bastard. You are wicked. You are animal. You are deceiving our brother and sister. You are robbing from there. You will face eternal damnation. No mercy for you all. in Yahuwah's mighty name. 1 John chapter 1, I read, that which was from the beginning, which we have heard, which we have seen with our eyes, which we have looked upon, which and our hands have handled of the word of life. For the life was manifested, and we have seen it, and but witnesses, and so and show unto you that eternal life which was with the Father, and was manifested unto us. That which we have seen and heard declare we unto you, that ye also may have fellowship with us. And truly our fellowship is with the Father and with his Son Yahushua HaMashiach. And these things write we unto you, that your joy may be full. This then is the message which we have heard of him, and declare unto you, that Yahuwah is light, and in him there is no darkness at all. If we say that we have fellowship with him and walk in darkness, we lie and the truth and do not the truth. But if we walk in the light, as he is in the light, we have fellowship with one another, and the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach, his Son, cleanses us from all sin. What is sin? Simply me breaking the royal law. So if you are in this light, the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach is going to flush away Allah. Is going to flush away Jesus that makes you break the royal law. See, simply me breaking the royal law. Should I also read it for you for consummation? You can see Genesis. You can see Revelation 30. It's coming to curse you all. I'm going to read some part also before we proceed now to the last point. I would also love to read this before we proceed to the other one. 1 John chapter 2, 3-4. And hereby we do know that we know him, if we keep his commandments. He that saith, I know him, and keepeth not his commandment, is a liar, and the truth is not in him at all. You keep Sunday, you are a liar. Here I am, that same chapter again, 1 John 3, I read 4. Whosoever committeth sin, transgress also the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. And ye know that, he was manifest to take away our sins, and in him no sin. Sin is transgression of the law. Sin simply means breaking the royal law. Did you get that? So, but if you walk in the light, not darkness, okay? Allah, Jesus, they are darkness. Therefore, the blood of Yahushua HaMashiach that was shed for you will flush away any wicked deity hiding over there to make you break the royal law. Therefore, you will be able now to keep the royal law. Okay? So, let's go to the last very verse before we proceed to the last point. All right now. So, what is this first point go for? Sunday worshipper, Friday worshipper. They are worshipper of Allah. Okay, Friday is Allah knew me. All right, I take it again. Point 1. Sunday and Friday worshipper worship Allah Friday freak day. Is Allah knew me. So what do we mean by this? Allah knew me. That is no more Sunday keeping, okay? Friday is the consummation of Sunday, okay? Here I am, Revelation 30, I take from 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. So before I proceed, let me first of all unveil unto you what is sea according to biblical terminology. Okay? What does sea go for? Water, what did it go for? So here I am, Revelation 17, verses 1. And there came one of the 7 angels which had the 7 vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great whore, that sitteth upon many waters. Did you get that? So let's proceed now to verses 15. In order for you to get a better understanding. Right now I read verses 15. And he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. So did you see what water go for? All right, he is coming out from that water now into another water. It's coming out from Sunday madness, because Friday is the consummation, not Sunday. Okay, don't even deceive yourself and say you're gonna retain Sunday eternal or here on earth for 1,000 years. No, Friday is to stand for 1,000 years after the whole world is converted to Islam. Should I take it again? You see what water is. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast. This beast, it is the anti-Messiah, rise up out of the sea. He came out from that sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, having 7 his crowns, that is authority. And upon his head, the name of blasphemy. Jesus is blasphemy, okay? Allah is blasphemy. Now verses 2. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear, and his mouth as the mouth of a lion. Remember his lion. Yahushua is the lion of the tribe of Yehudah. This is the first Messiah, okay? He have a mouth. He's going to speak like a lion, like Yahushua. You know when the lion roar, when he roar, no one does that, isn't it? Listen now. And the dragon is Allah. Gave him his power and his seat and his great authority to do damages to the whole world for 7 years. And I saw one of his head as it were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world wondered after the beast. Listen now, here is the mystery. First of all, we see the water represent people, nations, languages, 4 corners of the earth. People represent water. And this beast was having wounded. It was once been wounded in his head, but miraculously his head was be healed. How was he once being wounded? The works of the cross. Beast, Satan, they are one tree, one family. That is the mystery of this Friday. Fallen angels family, not one person. They are in total. In fact, they are in collaboration. Tree have branches. The tree of the knowledge of good and evil in Genesis 3, it has branches, but Allah is the greatest of it all. Okay, Jesus followed by Jesus. Jesus is second-ranking angels. Okay, that covered. Jesus is being called cherubims. Okay, it's covered like unto Messiah. Now listen, Allah is going to prison now. He's going to handle his authority now to Jesus. Listen now. So now, how did he got healed? The seed of the woman is going to crush his head, but the serpent is going to bite his feet. Okay, how did he bite his feet? How Yahushua crossed his head right at the cross. Okay, now how did he give it back to Yahushua? Still in the first century. Still in the first century, excuse me, where Jesus gave it back. Allah gave it back to Yahushua. How? Still in the first century, Christianity spread out already. Christianity already spread out. Okay? Now they beheaded a lot of our people, the people of the book, in 70 AD to convert to Christendom. They now fled for their lives because we can't convert to garbage. Christianity was being established by uncountable blood of human. Just as Islam did it now, Christianity once did it. That is how they established Christianity, by sword. And a lot of blood of the people of the book flew. That is how the Christianity was being established. That is why they planted this wickedness. Still in the first century. That is why warning keep coming in Revelation. That all the 7 congregations, Jesus already sneaked in. You see, the first congregation was being rebuked. Way down, only one congregation refused to compromise. Every other one did compromise. Still in the first century of Yahushua ascension, Jesus already sneaked in. That is how he got healed. And this is how the whole world marveled. Because first of all, it was the authority of the whole world before Yahushua comes. And as soon as Yahushua comes, only still in the 1st century, he retrieved the whole world back again. Because when Yahushua crossed his head, he lose worship. He lose praise. He lose services. His kingdom was so empty. The whole world also now follow Yahushua. But as soon as Yahushua ascended still in the 1st century, Allah gave it back already to Jesus. That is how he got healed. The whole world returned back again unto him. Almost 2,000 years now, Christianity has been in power. They have been slain and destroying the people of the book. By sword, they established the Christendom. God history and knew how Christianity came about. The Christendom, what did they do to the people of the book? The people of the book was in the synagogue. As the Christendom leader came, they asked them to convert. They said, no, they are not going to leave Shabbat and go for Sunday. That is not who we are as the people of the book. Shabbat is who we are. Sunday is not whom we are dealing with. Jesus is not whom we are dealing with. We deal with Yahushua, the Yisrael, a Messiah. What did they do on the Shabbat? In their synagogue, the Christians do not carry benzene of oil and pour it upon the synagogue and shut every door and roasted our people alive. This is how they established the Christianity. It is by sword, and Islam is also coming now to establish Sharia law again by sword. Allah is the author of it all. This is how they fought back. This is how he got healed. Now, that first seal was being established. That is the mystery of his wounded. His wound was being healed. Okay, that's how he got healed. He fought back. So right now he came out from the first seal. Who was the first seal? It is the Christian. Allah is coming out. Jesus is coming out from the first system. The day they fell from glory, that system is over. They are coming out. Remember the horns of the goats. I think it's Daniel chapter 7 and 8. Yes, Daniel chapter 7 and 8. That vision keep repeating himself. Is one vision, but in different ways. It is the same vision Nebuchadnezzar saw in Daniel chapter 3 or so, no 4. Yeah, Daniel chapter 4. It is one vision. No, chapter 2. Excuse me. Daniel chapter 2. The image. You know, the image. Okay, in Daniel chapter 2. It is the same vision. Come back now unto Daniel the prophet in Daniel chapter 7 and Daniel chapter 8. It means the same thing. Okay, now the goat was having 2 horns. Either goat or ram, I'm not sure. I think it's goat. It was having 2 horns. One was large and one was the little horn. Okay, now the large horn represent the Christendom because this goat is in one, but these 2 horns is in one body. The first one was Antiochus Epiphany. It fulfilled already, which is the Christendom. This is how they established Christendom. Okay, Antiochus Epiphany once first of all established that madness right in the altar of Yahweh and setting out the abomination of desolation. Christianity is the abomination of desolation, but the greatest abomination is on its way coming. Abominations of the earth is Allah. So right now, they established Christendom by the sword, which is the large horn. That rules for such a long period of a time. Almost 2,000 years now, Christianity has come to power, ruling the whole world. Now, Islam is about, they are the little horn. It is in one body, goat. It is in one body, but 2 horns. One was large and one was little. And the little horn is the final, which is Friday, Sharia law. It is the final consummation of Allah. That now the little horn, why is it? Because little horn is going to rule for 1,000 years. Just as Yahushua is also going to, be here with the faithful before they will now face eternal judgment. Okay. Now, that is why it's being called little horn. The large horn rule 2,000 years now, almost 2,000 years now. The large horn is being ruling. So the smallest horn, the small horn is going to rule for such a period of a time, okay, which is 1,000 years. Now, the damages they are going to do to the whole world to convert to Islam, that is going to take place 3.5 years. First, altogether it is 7 years. But 3.5 years is going to play a game, to deceive you and said, I come with peace. Islam make peace. Peace. Okay? Peace. Quran, what was the verse? Maybe I'm going to quote it later. Said, when you are minority, you can say, There's no compulsion. In religion, please keep your own, I keep my own. Because by then Muhammad was having few followers. Because then they were minority. There's no compulsion in what? Religion. Please, kindly keep your, let me keep my own. Serve your God, serve my God. But the final marching order of Allah, when they now become majority, Allah said, convert them up by the sword to Islam. I'm going to quote the place. He said, you should not cry out for peace whereby you have the upper hand. Now that you have the upper hand, no, make no retreat, eh? Okay, let me quote the Quran. Yeah. Quran Surah 47:35. You're going to find it over there. When you have the upper hand, cry not for peace anymore, okay? But when you have the minority, you can cry for peace. There's no there is no composition in religion. Please keep your own. I keep my. You can do your own. I do my own. But when the final marching order of Allah, when they not become majority, have you wondered? Islam is the fastest growing religion on earth, and they're going to convert the whole world to Islam. So the first seed, the seed that was so it is the Christendom. It is the system of a Sunday. We don't need it. Allah said I don't. The new me now it is Friday. Okay. So let me also quickly read some place before we end. Go for the last point about the second beast. I want to talk about the second beast because it talks about two beasts over here. Revelation 11 now 13 verses 11. And I beheld another beast coming out of the earth. This one came out of the earth. This is Mahdi, okay? It's going to be resurrected. Read Revelation chapter 9 when the bottomless pit was being opened. The smoke cover the whole world. Yes, that is the darkness is going to cover the whole world because Allah is darkness. The darkness is going to cover the whole world. It is Sharia law. And he had two horns like a lamb. That is your final state Christianity. Your final Messiah, it is Mahdi. And he spake as the dragon. That is the authority of the dragon. Because the system of Christianity, you will see the first beast is coming out from there now. The second beast now, it is Mahdi. Okay. The first beast is Jesus. The second beast is this Mahdi. Okay. Now it's also going to play the part of Messiah. Who is the second? Who is Mahdi? Mahdi, according to Islamic or Sunni theory, they say it is the son of the Imam, the 12 Imam. They have 12 Imam. Of course, our royal law confirms that. Abiy say, I'm also going to give Ishmael 12 princes. So 12 princes today represent their 12 Imam. Now 11 Imam has already ruled. But the 12 Imam couldn't rule. Because then our people also rise to power to put that madness out of them. Okay? Because, you know, this is how they divided against themselves. Christians also rise against Islam. So don't bring this madness onto us. Meanwhile, they are one body. They are one tree. They are one family. That is how they divide. Say kingdom divide against itself shall not stand. This is how they cannot stand. Now, what happened now? The 12 Imam couldn't rule. Okay? So, now when they were beheading and slaughtering all the Imams, okay? You know, the first Imam, which is Mahdi, was being killed by us. My sister did that. She poisoned Muhammad. And killed other 4 of his followers. Yes, we did that. Okay. So another one, you know, I think is the Christendom, you know, because they want to convert the we don't need freedom, we need Sunday. Meanwhile, they are one person because they divided against themselves. So now what happened? For them not to kill the 12 Imam, according to the Islam theory, they now went to go and hide the 12 Imam in the well without water. Okay, they say from that well, this Imam now ascend to Allah in Allah's paradise. So this Imam haven't yet ruled. He is coming, is the very last Imam. He is coming out to rule now and to convert. And they said Jesus is coming with this 12 Imam, Mahdi, and Jesus is going to lay his right hand upon Mahdi and command Mahdi to convert the whole world to Islam. Because Jesus said, this is what Allah is sending Jesus with Mahdi. Because the Christian, Jesus said in Quran, said Christian not lied against him. He never said the son of Allah. He never asked the Christian not to worship him. He never said he died, neither buried nor resurrected. I didn't say so. He said you lied against me. So this is the only reason why Allah is sending Jesus along with Mahdi to refute Christians and to tell Mahadina to convert you to Islam by the sword. Okay, initially, according to this their theory, Mahadina told Jesus to convert the whole world to Islam. No, Jesus now said, Allah has honored you to do that. You just go and do that. Okay, I will pray behind you. So you see the two beasts here. So it is good to study for yourself. Before I normally believe that the second beast was popery of the Christian or papacy of the Christianity. Is a pure lie. Absolutely, it's lie. Islam is against popery of the Christian belief that Messiah is the son of Yahuwah. Oh, he believed that he died. He believed he was buried. He believed he resurrected. Of course, he believed that. So why should he not become the second imam, the second beast? No, that is not true. The second beast is Mahdi. The first one is Jesus, which is their first system. The new me, it is Friday, which is the Mahdi. Everyone is going to convert to Islam or your head get chopped off. Popery of the Christian or papacy of the Christian, he himself is also going to convert to Islam. And when he converts to Islam, it's going to be not bad. It's going to be a second-class citizen. He's also going to be paying his own jizya. Because now to recognize your inferiority, you need to be paying jizya to Islam, the very one that fought the battle of Allah. He is not going to be recognized one whatever. No, your religion makes an abomination unto death. You say Allah have a son. No, they are coming against you for that. So popery of the Christian himself is also going to convert to Islam. And when he converts to Islam, no seat of honor will be given unto him. He himself also is going to be banned. You can't enter a mosque. You're going to be standing in the outside of mosque. You're going to be paying your jizya. That is the governance system of Allah knew me. Okay? So the second beast, it is Mahdi. You are going to see the second beast not give honor to the first beast. You know, the honor they gave to the first beast. They said Jesus is the one to destroy the Hebrew Messiah. Let me call it so for now. Because YAHUAH'S Messiah, you cannot say that nonsense to him. Okay? Because they say YAHUAH'S Messiah won't take the mark of the beast, and his follower won't take the mark of the beast. He said it is written in the YAHUAH'S Messiah, don't accept Allah. It is written on his forehead and also in the forehead of his follower. Don't accept him. Of course, when I look into the versions of anti-Messiah, they are talking about my own Messiah. Of course, we are not going to take the mark of Sharia law. We are not going to accept Allah. Of course, no, we are going to rebel against Allah. And they said this YAHUAH'S Messiah is going to be powerful. It's going to cause things to grow overnight. It's going to, it will bring to death, it will bring to life. Right, when I said this is the versions of my Messiah, and I said, oh, Jesus, that is the honor they gave unto him now. They said Jesus is the one to kill YAHUAH'S Messiah. No, Hebrew Messiah. All right now. So I think we are done with point 1. We proceed now to the very last points. This is Allah right hand fellowship. This is what Allah used to take away sins, woman vagina. So now we proceed now to the second point. Shabbat, second point goes this way. Shabbat is the eternal mandatory day of rest. Okay, so first of all, let us see Daniel. So I read Daniel chapter 9:24. 70 weeks are determined upon thy people and upon thy holy city to finish transgression. That is 70 weeks has been given unto you, to pollute everywhere. Okay, keep breaking the royal law until this time to finish the transgression and to make an end of sin, to put stop, not to break the royal law anymore, and to make reconciliation for iniquity. Iniquity against it simply means breaking the royal law, living lawlessly, and to bring in everlasting righteousness. That is what we are talking about here, and to seal up the vision and prophecy, and to anoint the most holy place. The most holy place, it is woman vagina. After the Sharia law, Abba Yahuwah is going to break the hands of Allah away from the. But you see what he's using to take away, sins of humanity. He's going to remove the filthy hand of Allah totally away from the covenant he made with the first woman. The holiest of holies, it is woman vagina. Okay, for Allah and fallen deities not to be polluting us. Spiritually, they are still doing it unto us. That is what the Christians don't call spiritual husband. Okay, yes, spiritually they are polluting both man and woman. Listen to part 1 and 2, and you will see how ugly and dreadful this pollution, sexual sex perversion is in Quran and Islam. 25. Know therefore and understand that from the going forth of the commandment to restore and to build Jerusalem unto the Messiah, yes, the prince, shall be 7 weeks, and 62 weeks. The street shall be built again, and the wall even in troublous time. This is not the anti-Messiah temple, the third temple, the tribulation temple, not the third temple, the tribulation temple in Jerusalem, where Mahdi is going to sit and rule. And they are going to be keeping Friday over there, no more Shabbat, okay? 26:9. And after 3 years, weeks shall Messiah be cut off. This is where I'm coming into. After 3 years, weeks shall Messiah be cut off, but not for himself, and the people of the prince that shall come shall destroy the city. Is talking about Mahdi, okay? And the sanctuary and the end thereof shall be with a flood. That is the great tribulation, with the tribulation flood. And until the end of the war, desolations are determined. Abba Yahweh is the one that determines Sharia law, okay? No Allah Kubaru at all. Allah is not Kubaru in this matter. It is Yahuwah. He determined it to wipe away every workers of iniquity done to Islam. He's going to dump them over there, the garage of Allah, for the very end of the 7th, for all of them to face the white judgment throne. They want to shift all of you. No more paganism, no more Christianity, no more any of these things, only Islam. And this is the two religion that is going to stand now. That of Yahudiah, Yahushua, and that of Islam. No more Christian, no more nonsense of any kind. All pollution must be wiped down to Islam. Listen now. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. Now, the 70 week of Messiah 69 already, Messiah conclude and fulfilled the 69 weeks already. 69 weeks of already, Messiah complete that already. Only 1 week left over. Why he couldn't confirm this covenant with many those days? Because our forefather rejected him. He couldn't. Okay? Maybe I'll quote it also and be quoting it before I custom follow. You know already. I read again 27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. Let me first of all go to where the new covenant is being stated. That is the covenant he needs to be confirmed. Now, in 1 week that is left over, he's supposed to accomplish all covenant as he comes in the first time, but our forefather rejected him. They refused him. They said he's not their Messiah. In answer until you say, Baruch haba Adonai, you shall never see me no more. Now we are saying it on his behalf. So we're going to accept him just the way we accept the first covenant. Here I am, Jeremiah 31:31. Behold, the days cometh, saith Yahuwah, that I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Yehudi. Okay? So this covenant is what Messiah wanted to confirm in his first coming, but our forefather rejected him. Therefore, covenant postponed. When you go to Exodus 19, then you're going to see how the new covenant needs to be confirmed. Just as the first covenant was, every one of us say yes to Abba Yahuwah. In the same way, the second covenant and the eternal one will be confirmed. But when he came, he couldn't, because our forefather rejected him. They said, no, you are not our Messiah. With the Pilate crucify him. Pilate crucify. We don't need him. Okay, so he couldn't. So he did the works of salvation all in 69 weeks, left just 1 week now. And he shall, I return back to Daniel 9:27. And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. Okay, that 1 week is 7 years. Okay, it is a week of 7 years. It can go for a week of 7 years. It can go for a week of days. Like we have a day as a year, we have a day as 1,000 years. So this is how it works over here. And in the midst of the week, he shall cause the sacrifice and the oblation to cease. For the overspreading of the abominations, he shall make it desolate, even until the consummation, and that the timing shall be poured out upon the desolate. Listen now, in the midst of the week. What is the midst of the week? According to what we are going through, according to the royal law calculation, even the word calculation as well, because first day of the week it is Sunday. Okay, it is not Monday. The midst of the week, that is the one you call Woody's Day. Woody's Day. The one you call now Wednesday. Originally it's called Woody's Day, where the chief gods hide. And that chief god were the one who killed Yahushua in the midst of the week. It is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. You know, Yahushua is a tree of life. And Allah is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And we know a cross came from tree. It was woody cross, not iron. It was woody cross. So the cross, the woody cross, is the put Yahushua. It is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Where did he kill us all? Right in Genesis 3. As soon as he deceived the first man and the first woman, death surfaced. Then we are now hanging on the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. In order for us to be redeemed, Yahushua himself also has to be hanged in that same tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So the chief gods, which is called Woody's Day, crucified the author of life in the midst of the week. He was hanged on him. He was that tree, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Yahushua was hanged on it for 9 hours. So the chief gods, which is Allah himself, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, which is death, the day you will touch that tree, you shall surely die. Yahushua touched, he died on that tree. He died for you, he died for me in the midst of the week. The Woody's Day, the chief gods killed Yahushua in the midst of the week. That is how you can get resurrection on Shabbat. Excuse me, not freak day. Like I shared again already in my little biography, I have these signs of the midst of the week. 6 good times. I have it. Okay. Now, I knew already something. The first signs that Abba Yahweh gave me about the midst of the week. I brought my mother's daughter over here. The same father, not the same mother, not the same father. My mother's daughter is our daughter. Okay. I brought her here. My sister, come, let us raise up the family. Because my family, we were poor. And I see my friends, bringing their sisters, bringing other to enrich the family. I said, let me also do the same thing. I was really having strong passion, to help my family. I was not really okay with the condition my family was into. Not that we cannot see food to eat at all. We can see food to eat, but we are poor. Okay? I travel, this abroad. As soon as our set was being done, let me bring my sister, to help me to also bring another one. I'm not going to take absolutely not €1 from you. Come, and then as you walk, also bring another person. And that was the agreement. And that will also bring another person. Unfortunately, the plans did not go well. She make big fool of my plan. And she not come here and she not begin to display witchcraft. Everybody is aware in Netherlands. Okay? When she confessed. She start confession December 25. Yeah, December 25. Excuse me. December, she start confession December, I think 10 or so or 14 or so, 2005. Okay, they will not expose it December, March 2006, before everyone now heard of it. She started this confession midst of the week, the one you call Wednesday. Okay, she started this confession that day. That was the first sign. So after all set has been done, so many pastors now encourage me to separate from her, because she carry a very wicked spirit. Separate from her, then I do. As soon as she called me on Tuesday, I picked the phone. On Wednesday, I was arrested. Because this time, she came to make 5 years in my hand. My document got expired because I was sleeping from a place to place, from city room to city room. No work, I can't do nothing. My business was crushed. Everything was crushed. As soon as she came, she attacked me severely and wanted to kill me before Abba Yahweh came to my rescue. So she started confession on Tuesday. This is not lying, because this is social media. One day she's going to come in contact with this message. She knew I'm not lying at all, even though she forgot. I have everything as today in my memory. So she called me after some time. She called me on Tuesday evening. Ah, sister, you just forget me. I said, because I begin to shift away from her. I said, oh, my sister, how are you? Okay, I was sick. Don't worry. Things is going to be okay, but study and let go that spirit, okay? Don't worry. Abba, your wife is going to honor you, but just let go that spirit. Repent. And forsake all these things. You will be forgiven. I was still encouraging her. On Wednesday morning, I was arrested and put in jail. On Wednesday morning, okay? That's the midst of the week, put in jail. So, and I spent it goes like this, 7 months, 3 weeks, 3 days. In the midst of the week again, I was being released. Almost 8 months, I was being released. I don't know what it is. I don't even take it into heart. As soon as I came back, this is third midst of the week now. As soon as I came back, only 1 week I came back from prison. They struck my mother in the midst of the week. She was being attacked, just like that. The other day, 2 weeks I came from prison. She just died. Midst of the week again. Uh-oh, what is going on here? For me, I don't know what was going on. Now, what happened? After my mother died in the midst of the week, my blessed holy brother's wife, she was the one called my attention. Already the family, they are discussing it already. They knew that I go into prison. Wednesday, I came out. Wednesday, my mother was struck. Wednesday, my mother died. Wednesday, they knew it. For me, I just take it normal. I didn't take it into heart at all. So what happened? My brother's wife, now, as she flashed me, I call her, but he said, sister, I want to tell you one thing. I said, what is that? He said, don't you see that this is a sign? I said, what is that? He said, look at it. You go into prison on Wednesday and you were released on Wednesday. And mommy was attacked on Wednesday. And on Wednesday, mommy died. You don't see, it's like a sign. That is what I'm thinking about. I said, what? Wait a minute. I said, it is true. As I was still pondering over that Wednesday 4 now, then the YAHUAH'S now remember me. Remember the darkness in the family start confessing on Wednesday. I said, what? Yes, it is true. She started confessing when we were coming from Bible study on Wednesday. We normally do Bible study on Wednesday. We were coming when she started confessing. I said, what? 5 Wednesday? What is the meaning of this midst of the week? I don't know. Because I don't know, 1 more Wednesday still come to me. Attack. Now, what was going on? My elder sister, the same father, not the same mother, on Wednesday. And they said on Tuesday, my junior brother in France said they discussed on Tuesday, they talked and talked and talked and talked. She was sad, exactly the way my mother died, the same way. My mother discussed on Tuesday when they left me in prison, because normally they always deport me. I was facing the 4th deportation. As soon as I came out, my mother now said, I'm going to do Thanksgiving. This must be the battle of Abba Yahuwah. Since then, I've been going through from Babalawo to Babalawo. They always deport me. Babalawo couldn't fight this battle for her. Now that they release me, it is the doing of Yahuwah. I'm going to do Thanksgiving. The congregation my mother was attending, there is no silly fan. Everywhere is hot. Nigeria is hot. She now said, okay, this is what I'm going to buy as a remarkable of this battle. Abba Yahuwah fought for me. No more deportation for my daughter. I'm going to buy cellophane and to say thank you. My mother discussed that on Tuesday. Only on Wednesday morning, she saw something right in her backyard. Very early in the morning, she woke up. Let me go and ease myself as normal. My mother went out to the backyard. She now began to shout, Savior, Savior, Savior. That was her last word. She saw something in her backyard. We don't know, but they don't appear unto her. Allah appear unto her. That is how they attacked my mother. She just collapsed. Finished. That was how she died. She was not sick, okay? Exactly the same thing with my elder sister. They talked on Tuesday evening. Now, I said they discussed till 10 o'clock. My mother, they discussed also again till 12 o'clock on Tuesday. On Wednesday, something happened. My elder sister, Wednesday morning, something disastrous took place. She died. She just slept and never woke up. On Wednesday. When I heard this, I said, whoa. What is what are you doing to me? In the midst of the week again. What is going on here? I cried. I fell asleep. And I saw a man said, do you know about Daniel chapter 9? I said, yes. So go and study Daniel chapter 9. I said, Daniel chapter 9 has to do with coming out of Babylon And then I enter into fasting. I plead for mercy upon the family and upon himself because we break your royal law. So yeah, it said go and study Daniel chapter 9. I woke up immediately. I take my Bible to confirm. I say yes, it's what is actually in Daniel chapter 9. Okay, and I begin to plead for mercy for my family because we break the royal law. And when you break the edge, the serpent, Allah is going to bite you. So what happened now? When I get to 24, yes, he now said to me that revelation, he said, ask question from 24, verse 24 to 27. Because I didn't talk about that. I don't know what was that. He said, ask question from 24 to 27, verses 24 to 27. I said, okay. As soon as I study, then I took my laptop, I put it on Google, and I put Daniel 9, verse 24 to verse 27. I just put it like that. My blessed eternity. It just bring everything. Wow. Yahushua was cut off in the midst of the weak. What? Now what happened? I clicked one. It is because Joseph Smith. Even though I refute this man because it's rebuking women, it's turning women into garbage. I refute it. But I got this truth, this understanding, this knowledge from him. He now said, Christianity, you are demonized. How dare you say that Jesus, Messiah died on Friday? It is their Jesus that died on Friday. How dare you? So he brought the understanding to me. He said Messiah was cut off in the midst of the week. That is why you can get rest on the Shabbat, because it is the Adonai of the Shabbat. When I see that, I put my 2 hands on my head. I say, whoa, easy. So this is what is going on. Okay. So that is how it was being revealed. Signs of the midst of the week was being revealed to me by fire, okay? So as soon as I understood already what took place in the midst of the week, and now enter fast and now begin to plead for mercy earnestly, because we are celebrating Easter. Earnestly upon me and upon my family, for death not to take place anymore, for disaster not to come. And I say, I saw myself when I enter fasting, I begin to plead for mercy. I said, because Abayewa always go by 7. I know 7, it is the completement of Abayewa. So now I was afraid for another disaster not to come to me in the midst of the week, to make it 7 midst of the week. And I enter fasting, and I begin to plead, Abayewa, please, I know you always go by 7th, which is completement. Now you have given me signs 6 midst of the week. Please, the 7th one, don't let it be a disaster also. Please turn it into glory. Turn my shame into glory. Turn my pace into joy. Don't let, as I make that simple prayer in this fasting, therefore, I fall asleep again. I saw myself in the vision. I was in the backyard of my mother, and I saw a letter. A man now came to give me a letter and say, it is for you. Very awesome. When I take the letter and I begin to read it, and as I read it, horrible shantaya baba. He now said unto me, I normally have, he said, have a date with you. I normally come to you 4:30 in the morning. He said, but now I shift it from 4:30. I'm not going to meet you anymore 4:30 in the morning. So he now shifted to another appointment time clock. And I said, okay. So that was the first rating. As I look at it, then I keep reading. He said, I have appointment with you in the midst of the week. Come and meet me in so place. And I said, okay. Now, oh my Father, when I saw it, it was the richest man on earth. Oh, as I keep reading, richest man on earth, I should come and meet him in the address that he gave. It was the house of the richest man on earth. Come and meet me so address. Do you know so address? How I know? I said, but this house is the house of the richest man on earth. Me, what do I have to go? What do I have? What qualification? I'm not worthy at all to go into the house of the richest man on earth. What do I have? What qualification? I disqualified myself in that vision. I said, oh, this one is not going to work again. And this appointment is in the midst of the week. He said I changed it from 4:30 to another time. I normally meet you at 4:30, but I'm not going to do it anymore this time. I'm going to meet you at so time. Here is my address. Meet me up. I have a date with you. When I checked that address, it was the house of the richest man. I said, how can that be? I don't have what it takes to go into the house of the richest man on earth. Oh, no, I disqualified myself. He said, keep reading. That letter said, keep reading. Then I keep reading. As I keep reading, say, I have found you worthy. I have made you worthy to enter my house. Whatever you are in need of, it is in this house awaiting you. Okay, so to cut the whole thing short, I took that letter. When I saw the encouragement, I said, I found you worthy. And I fold that letter, I put it in my heart. I said, I'm not going to tell anybody that I have a date with the richest man on earth. And until I got there, I will say it out. You see, and I put it in my heart. So right now I was in the back of the house. So I, with joy, and I run. I walked to the front of the house. He now told me, you were once at the back. Now I brought you to the front. I just wake up. So this is the sign of the midst of the week. When I knew since then, and I don't have already. I knew because I began to ask all this he goes Christianity. Where are we celebrating Friday as the is that Friday resurrected also? But you can't get 3 days or 3 nights. They don't have no answer until this answer come. Even before this time, I knew something was wrong already. Okay, I don't celebrate Easter. Okay, but my family, they were still doing it. Even some is still doing it as we are talking now. Bad Friday. Okay, so the Messiah was cut off in the midst of the week. This is the only way he resurrected on the Shabbat. So let's know what is in the Shabbat for you and me. All right, now here I am. Romans 8:11. But if the spirit of him that raised up Yahushua from the dead dwell in you, he that raised up Yahushua from the dead shall also quicken your immortal bodies by his spirit that dwelleth in you. So when was Yahushua raised from the dead? By the Ruach HaKodesh. Let's unveil that now. We see when he was being cut off. So when was he raised up? Here I am. Matthew 12. You can take from 1 way down to verses 8. Okay. For the Son, they were accusing him of doing wonders on the Shabbat because he's giving people rest on the Shabbat. For the Son of Man is the Adonai, even of the Shabbat day. Is the Adonai, Adonai, the one you call Lord, is the Adonai of the Shabbat day. Who gave us Shabbat? It is Yahushua HaMashiach. Do you agree that through him all things were created, as you normally quote? Of course, yes. John 1:1 says so. Colossians 1:15 to 17 says so. Genesis 1 says so. By the word of Abba Yahweh, he made all things. He created all things. So Yahushua was the one set aside Shabbat. He gave you and me rest on the Shabbat. He did. After he keep walking from day one, not his father. His father just sit, but he is walking under the authority of his father. He created all things. He is the one that did the work of day 1, day 2. He created you and me, not his father. All right. His father said, let us make man in our images. So we say, okay, daddy, I'll do it. He did it. Okay. He did it. He kept walking from day 1, day 2, 3, 4, 5, day 6. My husband have rested. Let me rest. So Yahushua is the one that gave us Shabbat, not Yahuwah. No, but under the authority of his father, he created all things. That is why he says he is the Adonai of the Shabbat. I'm the Almighty of Shabbat. So that is why he resurrected on the Shabbat. And we're going to see more about Shabbat. Remember, Yahushua created all things. He created the one. He gives Allah the right hand to walk. Allah is darkness. He is the night hour power. They always do it wickedly in the night. Yahushua is the day hour power. But somehow it's also interrupting the night power. If not, you won't resurrect in the morning. To sleep is a sign of death, which is Allah. To wake up, it is the sign of resurrection in the morning. Yahushua have the 12 hours authority. Allah also have the 12 hours authority. And the 12 hours of authority of the night of Allah, it is to kill you. Every night we pass through death. But somehow, the power of resurrection is right there, which is the Ruach HaKodesh to awaken you in the morning. That's why somehow some we also sleep and go away and don't wake anymore. It is the authority of Allah, okay, that he used to kill, and he still uses it today. All right, now, number 12, we know he means authority. So right now, here I am. Let's put some more. That is why the authority of them put him to death in the midst of the week, in order for him to be, resurrected by the Ruach HaKodesh in the seventh, which simply means rest. I want to rest from the torment of Allah. That same chapter, Matthew 12, 38 now. Then certain of the scribes and of Pharisees answered, saying, Master, we won't see a sign from thee. Because Yahushua was letting them know, I'm the Messiah, not that he was letting them know due to the, prior to the job and signs he was doing, they want to get the full clarity. Is it the awaited one? Give us a sign if you are the awaited Messiah. We want to see. Listen now. But he answered and said unto them, an evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, because you know me already, but you still need a sign. And there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of prophet Jonah. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly, so shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth. Did you get that? So now, Kent, listen now. This is how it happens. We see already in the midst of the week, for that of the Christianity, we calculate it already Friday. It doesn't, we couldn't get 3 days and 3 nights. It doesn't work that way. Okay, they said Jesus should have been resurrecting maybe on Tuesday. Okay. Yeah, on Tuesday, not even Monday at all. If he died, because 3 o'clock Saturday, 1 day, like you call it, Sunday, 3 o'clock, 2 days, Monday, 3 o'clock, 3 days. Yes, your Jesus should have been risen on Monday, 3 o'clock. So let's count hours. How we get rest on Shabbat. Now, he died. He gave up the spirit in the midst of the week, 3 o'clock. 5th day of the week, the one you call Thursday, okay, 3 o'clock, 1 day. Friday, the day of Allah's rest, 3 o'clock, Tuesday. 2 days, okay. Shabbat, 3 o'clock, 3 days. The Adonai of the Shabbat was risen 3 o'clock. What is 3 o'clock? According to the royal law governing system, it is even oblation. It is even oblation. Yahushua was arrested in morning oblation. He gave out the spirit on even oblation. He was raised on even oblation. That was why he said the sacrifices of Yahushua, it is a sweet smelling savor unto Abba Yahuwah. Because the even oblation, it is smelling sweet savor unto Abba Yahuwah. The works of the high priest. So that is, it was risen on the Shabbat. He gave you and me Shabbat. He's the Adonai of Shabbat. Let's put some more. I read now. Here I am. Genesis 2. 1 to 3. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day, Yahuwah ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made. And Yahuwah blessed the 7th day, sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which Yahuwah created and made. These are the generations of the heavens and of the earth where Yahuwah created in the day that Yahuwah Elohim made the earth and the heaven. So right now, what was the blessing on the Shabbat? What is the blessing? Check out day 1, day 2, day 3, 4, 5, 6. It mixed with darkness. Allah interrupt all this day 1 to day 6. That is why Allah also ends in day 6, taking the day 6 now as his day of rest. It ended over the, it never proceeded to Shabbat. So now day 1 to day 6 mixed with darkness. Night. But when you now come to the day 7, no night. That is eternal. It is bright day. You can see night over there. Who is darkness? It is Allah. You are not going to see Allah in the rest of Yahuwah, which is the eternal state. So that is why he blesses it. He makes it holy and set it aside. The day of rest, eternal. Okay? Is this coincidence that Allah can't enter the eternal of Abba Yahuwah? That is what Shabbat is. It's not coincidence. It is well planned. Abba Yahuwah knew it already that the first man is going to fall. Therefore, he gave the authority from day 1 to day 6. Darkness is going to interrupt the one job way down to day 6. In other words, he gave 6,000 years authority for them to rule. But in the 7th proceed no more. pollute it no more. That is the determination, the determined time for iniquity, you know, to be finished. Okay, all right. Now you can read Revelation all 21. I'm just reading just one verses 25, 21, 25. Revelation 21 verses 25. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. The New Jerusalem, no night there anymore. All right. It said, for there shall be no night anymore. This is the new earth, and this is the Shabbat we are talking about here, because there is no night in Shabbat. And let's see, how does this pertain to you and me? Numbers 19, I read 11 to 12. He that toucheth the dead body of any man shall be unclean 7 days. He shall purify himself with it on the 3rd day, and on the 7th day he shall be clean. But whosoever purify not himself the 3rd day, the 7th day he shall not be clean. Why now the cleansing stand for 2 days, two time period, not to be cleansed, the 3rd day and the 7th day? Why is it so? First of all, whosoever that toucheth any dead person, you and me do touch a dead person. We carry dead genetic. In fact, in Genesis 3, we see the knowledge of the tree of the evil, of good and evil, you know, genetically modify you and me. Okay, what is the modified organism in you and me? What did they add into you and me? Death. This is how we touched. Anyone that touch it, any dead person, you become unclean. You and me, we are unclean until the 7th. That's where the cleansing is. The 3rd day you need to be cleansed, and the 7th day is the final. Now, what was the 3rd day? It is the first appearance of Yahushua. He died on the cross. That does not consummate you and my cleaning. He only did that of the spirit. But the flesh will be utterly cleansed in the 7th. So let's put some more. Because you are unclean, I am unclean, as we are talking now, because that person added his wickedness in our body. We carry dead man, you know, touched in our body. That makes you and me unclean. So right now, the first job of Yahushua, it is to cleanse you and me. And the final cleansing, when it is in the 7th. So right now, why the final cleansing needs to be cleansed? Oh, Rabbi Shantaya Baba. In the 7th, listen now. Here I am, Romans chapter 8. I'm taking it from 21. So, all right now, yeah, from 21. Because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the body of corruption. Even the earth himself is going to be delivered from the body of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of Yahuwah. That is transfiguration, okay? The creature, you and me. All right, now listen now. 22. For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now. Okay? And not only they, but ourselves also, which have the first fruits of the Spirit. Even we ourselves grow within ourselves, waiting for the adoption, to wait the redemption of our body. Now, why our body needs to be cleansed? Our spirit is being saved, but our body is, we are in the body of corruption. Why this body needs to be cleansed in the 7th? Why? We see already, anyone that touches death man, you become, you know, unclean. And we all do. This is the sin. This is the original sin that passeth through every living being here on earth. We see the first cleansing, it is of the spirit. But now, why do our body needs to be cleansed? Why do our body need redemption? Why do we need to be redeemed from the body of corruption? Maribo Shandayabo, Neribos Karababayunde. Listen now. You can read Leviticus 16. That is the day of atonement. And Yahushua, as we are talking right now, is still making atonement for you and me, for our body to be redeemed. He's making an atonement. Why is he making atonement for this body? Because this body needs to be redeemed, because he hasn't yet been redeemed. Here, Revelation 8. I read. And when he had opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. And I saw the seven angels which stood before Yahuwah, and to them were given seven trumpets. And another angel came down and came and stood at the altar. Having the angel, he came to sit at the altar to see Yahushua. Read Leviticus 16. You're going to see the work of the high priest on the day of atonement, having a golden censer, and there was given unto him much incense, that he should offer it with the prayers of the saints upon the golden altar which was before the throne. And the smoke of the incense which came with the prayers of the saints ascended up before Yahuwah out of the hands, out of angels' hand. And the angel took the censer and filled it with fire and in the altar, and cast it into the earth. And there was voice and thunderings and lightnings and earthquake. Okay, and earthquake. Now, on the day of, when you read Leviticus 6, you're going to find it over there. The day of atonement. This is the day of atonement. Exactly what you say. That's what they're also going to sing over there. Now, Yahushua is still making atonement for our body, because our body hasn't yet been saved. Why is our body so important, to be saved in the seventh, which is on the Shabbat? Why? Let's put some more. Here is why. Matthew 16:28. Verily I say unto you, there be some standing here which shall not taste of death till they see the Son of Man coming in his kingdom. That is rapture. On the seventh, which is the Shabbat. Listen now. Matthew 17, I read 1. And after 6 days. So after 6 days, where did they go for? You go for the seventh. And after 6 days, Yehoshua taketh Kepha, James, and Yehukanah, his brother, and bringeth them up into an high mountain, and was transfigured before them. And his face did shine as the sun, and his raiment was white as the light. And behold, there appeared unto them Moshe and Eliyahu talking with him. And answered Kepha, and they answered Kepha, and said unto Yehoshua, Adonai, is it good for us to be here? If thou will, let us make here 3 tabernacles, one for thee, and one for Moshe, and one for Eliyahu. While he yet speak, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them. And behold, a voice out of the cloud, which said, This is my beloved Son, in whom I am well pleased. Hear ye him. That is transfiguration. You see, Yahushua that is the glorified body you are going to have on the seventh. Because your body is so vital, because your body needs to carry the glorified spirit. Your spirit that is already been saved cannot contain the polluted body, the body of corruption. No. For a heavenly body to be given unto you, which is called the glorified body, your body now needs to be cleansed. So the cleansing is in the seventh, which is in the Shabbat. We see the transfiguration took place on the Shabbat. And we also see now that is the sign. When you sign, what is sign? It's Shabbat is a sign. It's a sign, perpetual covenant sign. This is the covenant of redemption. Cut up, be enveloped with a new body. A cloud. What is cloud? It is a glorified, a cloud mixed white. That is the new body, heavenly body that is going to be given unto you, no state. Okay? There are a lot of places that refers to these signs of the Shabbat, but let me just quote only this one. Exodus 31, verses 13. Speak thou also unto the children of Israel is the fourth commandment, okay? Saying, Verily my Shabbats ye shall keep,